Hey guys, welcome to my video. Happy Wednesday. I'm sorry that I didn't have any videos at the start of the week, but I have been busy. Also busy building, of course. Sorry, there was a major glitch in my headphones with the audio then. A bit distracted. Okay, I'm with it now. So welcome back. Hope you're doing well. How's your week been so far? It's very cold here in Wales in the UK. I do not like the winter, guys. Nor do I like the summer, to be honest. It's like spring or autumn, like we can survive, but then when it's like boiling or freezing, I'm like, nope. Anyway, today we're working on a collection of small little starter homes. So, in preparation for the For Rent expansion pack, which is out on December the 7th, I thought I would come out with some little like cul-de-sacs, is what we call them here. Kind of like a mini neighbourhood then. I kind of felt like this world was like the perfect world to build this in. I don't usually build here, so I thought it was nice for a change, do something a little bit different. And I am building 4 little houses, so that is exciting. I wasn't really sure how to fit them all in, to be honest. I knew I wanted like a little collection of houses, but I didn't want it to be all facing the same way. I did end up having the exteriors all look the same in terms of the like layout of them, but they're all different colours, and every interior is different with a different family living there, of course. So this is house number 1. I do go through them house by house, so we'll be working on the entirety of house number 1, and then we'll go into 2, obviously. So I didn't actually break up the recording for once, so I am literally just building the entire house in one go. Surprisingly, it took me around 15 to 20 minutes to do each house. Somehow this video, or not video, but somehow recording this did take an absolute lifetime to do. I did it in 2 days, which usually I would build faster than that. I think I've just been on like a, I don't know, some weird mode I've been in the last few days. I'm completely fine, but just in terms of Sims building, I'm just slower this week. I don't know. So I guess because I haven't done it before, perhaps maybe that's why. I'm just like so used to my usual, like building apartments is kind of like my new normal. So going back to houses, maybe that's why I'm a bit slower. But anyway, we came out with some nice little houses. So I did want to make sure that I did some starter homes, because when I first start playing, I'm always like, I can't find a starter home that really fits the family that I'm playing, or that is like functional to the point that I want it to be for the price. I know it's like, it's difficult, isn't it, to make it like very functional when you've got limited money, but I did want to try my best to try and make it as functional as possible. So I did in fact build all of the houses on an unlimited budget, and then I went back in and did the interior with the 20,000. So it might be a little bit over 20,000. I'm not really sure how it's going to work yet, because I'm not sure how you can like section out your like area. So the exterior of the house might count into that cost, so I apologise if that is the case, but we shall alter it when the pack comes out. So for this home we have 2 parents, a teenage girl, a child girl, and an infant little boy. It was quite difficult to fit that many people into such a small floor plan, but somehow we did it. I really like how it turned out. Considering I had that much money, I was like, well, I'm probably not going to be able to add too much, but it actually turned out quite nice. I did end up putting the little girl's bedroom in the little like attic area, but I thought it was quite cute. It'd be fun if you were like a little kid to have a ladder to your room. I just thought it was quite exciting for her. It does clip a little bit in this section, I think, but it's all okay. It'll be fine. So this is the teenagers' room, of course, and then we've got little boys' room over here. Like I said, I didn't section off any of the video. Usually I'd film room by room and then like clip it all together, so it's like nicer to watch and easier for me as well. But this time I kind of just went like all out and kind of like moved the camera around, because I didn't want to spend like ages in one room in particular, because obviously we've got a particular budget this time, so I kind of wanted to like make sure that I spread the money out throughout the house. So now we're working on the parents' room a little bit. I didn't really do much with this room because they didn't really need much other than a bed. Obviously if they had more money they would, but I just wanted to make sure that every room had at least a wardrobe, a mirror, a bed, and if they could, a bedside table, but they weren't all that lucky. So I did go ahead and put in a little desk as well. I wasn't really sure where I wanted to put it because it wasn't really working anywhere. I wanted to have it upstairs with the little girl's room so she had a bit more stuff in her room, but I wasn't sure whether it would be functional if I put it upstairs next to the bed, so I decided not to do that, but we shall see. Maybe it is functional and I'll change it around before I upload it. But I do get a lot of questions of you guys asking if it's on the gallery yet, and I haven't been uploading my builds lately because they've been apartments and I have to do it specifically to upload it as a room, and it's just me being lazy, to be honest. But I will get around to doing that because all of you guys have been asking, especially about the townhouses, and the reason I haven't uploaded it is because I've still got to play test everything and I simply have not had the time yet, but I will do it this week, so they will be up this week, do not worry. And I just want to say thank you all so much. I've had so many lovely comments on my YouTube lately and on Instagram, and it's really nice to have such a lovely community. I had a really rough patch of a lot of haters for absolutely no reason. It's kind of shocking when people are nasty when you've done absolutely nothing, but I think lately it's been a lot of positivity, and it's really nice that you guys are so positive and encouraging and just you really like my work, and that's really lovely to hear, and I just really appreciate it. Like I've said a billion times, but this year has been like one of the hardest years of my life, so it's just nice to have people be kind to you for once. After going through a lot of negativity of the internet, it's nice to have a change of heart from the public. But yeah, you guys are great, and I really appreciate that you guys enjoy my content and you watch my videos and you make it possible for me to do this as my everyday thing. But yeah, I just really appreciate you, that's all I'm trying to say, really. So now we are working on the exterior of house number 1. Like I said, we were following a starter home budget, so you know, there's not much you can do about it. I tried to add some debug stuff in as well, some plants, but it kind of looked a bit plasticky, so I kind of like swayed away from it a little bit. I was like, they look a bit too green, so I added in some greenery from the actual catalogue, not debug, which kind of like softened it a little bit, I think. I did go ahead and put in some planter boxes and a little table with some chairs, just to kind of make it feel a bit more lived in. I didn't really have too much money left because I kind of went all out on the inside, but all is well. So now we are moving on to house number 2. So this home, I do believe, is for a young couple with a little girl. She's an infant, the little girl is. I did want to make this floor plan like completely different. I wanted to make sure that it was nothing like the other one, and I think I achieved that. This floor plan is like completely different than the other one. And the other one, I can't talk today, guys. But yeah, I really like it. I like cutting down. I did go ahead and check the prices on the flooring and the wallpaper before uploading. I tried to make it as cheap as possible, so I had like loads of, well, not loads, but I had enough money to spend on the rest of the house to make the rest of the house nicer and not like too focused on the wallpapers and such. But you know, we still had to spend like £2,000, £2,500 on flooring and walls, which is insane, but it's fine. And lighting, to be fair, but still. So now we're just moving on to the kitchen. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to lay out the kitchen like, because I wanted to make sure that we had a high chair, but it just wasn't really fitting. But I did eventually put it like this, but like I say, I haven't play tested this yet, so that'll be today's job, is to play test everything and upload it for you guys. But yeah, I really like this layout. I think it's really cute, and especially because it is a starter home. I just feel like a lot of starter homes are like really underfurnished or just like the bare basics, especially when I make them. I'm like, girl, you could seriously put more in there, like you've got 20 grand and they've got like a bed and a fridge. But yeah, I tried to make it as furnished as possible without going over budget, because I wanted to make sure that these were actual starter homes that you guys could play in when the pack comes out, so that you had like an interesting lot to play on and you could have your family live in the little cottages next to you. And I just think it's adorable. I've like wanted to do that for forever, so you could have like your sister living in one and your mother living in the other, or like one of their partners, or I don't know. I just think it was a really cute idea. And I've seen a lot of people talking about townhouses and apartments, and yes, I'm ecstatic about that. But as a British gal, I'm very excited that I can make these little like clusters of houses, because I just think it's very British. You know, like I think everyone I know basically either lives on a road, obviously. I mean, like, you know, like a town road. Sorry, there's a very low plane flying outside. Goodness, it's tiny. Anyway, they either live on like a town road, or you live in like a cul-de-sac of like, you know, a collection of houses. So I just thought it was very British, and it was right up my alley, so that's what we're doing. So this is the little girl's room. I really like this room. I think it's really cute. I wanted to make sure there was a lot of stuff in there, but without making it like over cluttered, because sometimes I go to town on the rooms and then I've got no money left. But yeah, I really like how it turned out. I did decide to delete some of the decor just to add some like actual functional items for the little girl to play with. I just choked on nothing. Anyway, back to the build. So yes, now we're just working on the tiny little bathroom. Again, these bathrooms are like mission impossible to make functional. You have to like play around with it for ages, and it drives me crazy, so I tend not to do them, but they do work. So I will be play testing it to make sure that it is all correct before uploading for you guys, so that'll be this afternoon's mission. So anyway, I decided I wanted to have like a really big open space for the like living area. I thought like usually when I have a starter home, I'll have quite small rooms, but then like one really big living space that they kind of do everything in, so you can like put skill items in there as well if you want to. So that is what we're doing at the moment. I did decide to decorate the front door area slightly, just so we had a little bit of clutter. Not too much, but like enough, you know. I really like how it turned out. I'm just watching it thinking I'd love to live here. Like if this was my starter home, I'd be like well pleased. So yes, I am very much looking forward to the for rent pack coming out. It's like it's not even that far away now, and then we can have like multi-functioning houses and apartments and townhouses, and I've got so much building to do that I think I'm overwhelming myself, and that's why I'm just not doing anything, because I have like a billion ideas. My fiance said to me yesterday, he was like, literally all weekend you spent the time to draw, literally, I don't usually do this guys, but I spent the time to draw out the apartments, like literally draw them by hand, and write down every single family that was going to live in there. And I was like, give me family ideas, I need ideas. And then Monday I didn't build at all. He was like, you come up with all these ideas and then you're just not doing it. I was like, I know, I don't know what's wrong with me. So I need to get back into the flow of things. But yeah, for this house anyway, for the back garden, I didn't have too much going on, because I was like, well, we've got like 13 civilians, so like what can we do that's free that can make it look a bit more lived in? So I don't think I put anything in the back garden. They just got like a strip of patio, and like a tree, but I kind of feel like a lot of my starter homes don't really have anything in the garden anyway. It's kind of like just as it is a starter home. So anyway, moving on from the yellow house, we are now moving on to the blue house. This is a lovely navy blue colour. This home I do believe is for well, I think there's a lot of children here. There's a parent's room, obviously. I'm trying to think how I laid it out. Maybe that's the red house. Guys, I'm losing my mind. I actually can't remember who was in this house. It might be two, maybe it's just one, might be a baby. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think I did the red house last, so that's what's in my mind. But anyway, I'm very pleased with how the floor plans turned out, because, like I said, I wanted every single room to be like polar opposite. I wanted it to be very different. Oh, I remember now. This is for two little girls. There's a child daughter and a toddler daughter, and they live in the little purple room. Live in. I mean, they sleep in the little purple room. They're allowed to leave. But yeah. I'm not used to doing long voiceovers now, guys. I've been doing like 5 to 8 minute voiceovers. Now it's in like nearly coming up to like 14 and a half minutes, and we've got 23 minutes to go. I'm not used to talking. I spend a lot of my days in like a zone. I don't know whether you introverts out there agree with me, but like I spend a lot of my time in like a little bubble of my own like world. Not in a weird way, but like I think I'm just like, I have so many creative ideas that I'm just like, I live in my head a lot. and then I spend a lot of time then creating the things, but also in silence. I just like in a complete zone of creating, but I enjoy it. I don't know, I think a lot of people are, especially in like this generation, in like my age group, maybe not so much my age, I don't know, I'm 23, but I'm not very like extroverted at all. In case you couldn't tell, but no, I really like just being in my little world, creating. It's like my favourite thing. I'm in my like happy zone when I'm in that type of mode, whereas like a lot of people I find my age are like very extroverted and they enjoy going out, and that's great for them. If they find that interesting and fun, crack on, but it's not something that pleases me at all. So I'm very grateful that my life is very introverted by choice. I spent a lot of time being very like an introverted extrovert. I was in theatre and I did a lot of stage performances, and I was a stage manager, and you had to be very like, you know, in charge of everybody and managing everything. I love doing that. I love doing management stuff. But that's different because you're kind of your own boss, and you're kind of just like making sure everything is like pristine, you know, making sure everything's sorted and everything's ready and like just ready to go at all times. You have to be like on top of things, which I think I'm really good at. I think that's why I like doing videos, because it's like a little project every single day. I love projects. Anyway, I'll stop talking. I just kind of feel like it's nice to know the person behind the videos as well, you know? This is just me. But I kind of like, I like to know the person. That's what makes me want to come back to a YouTube video, is knowing like that I like their personality, not just what they create personally. So I hope you guys know what I mean. But anyway, so now we are just working on the bathroom of the third house. I really like the floor plan of this house. Again, it's like another starter house I'd love to play in. I probably will play in all of these, to be honest. I'll probably have like my whole family live in all of them. Of course you guys could alter them, but this is just like the bare basics, so you can still like function if you've got absolutely no money. So that's always good. I like being able to like add to it, you know? I don't like having too much stuff in one go. I think it's nice to have a starter home sometimes and like build upon it with their personality of those particular sims. So you can change whatever you like. But this house is just really cute and I really like how it turned out. I think I decided to put some like clutter in the attic space afterwards. It wasn't a bedroom, but perhaps the daughter could move up there at some point. But for now, I kind of felt like the daughters were quite young, so they were downstairs together. I really like how it looks. So I did go ahead and add some debug items to the outside as well, but again they kind of looked a bit too plasticky, so I tried to like switch up a little bit and add some like actual plants as well. I think I put a patio out here in the end because I was like, I need something that's going to be free but like it still looks like, you know, an actual house. I think that's the difficult thing with starter homes that I'm not so used to doing anymore. I used to only make base game starter homes, not necessarily starter homes, but only base game builds. But of the exterior, it was a shell, like base game shells, I should say, to make it more clear. And I think that's what really helped me to start off building, is to just make base game exteriors, because then it kind of like taught me everything I needed to know. But then once you start adding items from every pack, then it's a whole new ball game. So I mean, there's so much time and effort put into building and, you know, just learning everything you need to know about building. It takes a very long time. I do find it funny when some people are like, oh, you just build? I'm like, girl, you have no idea. I really find it funny when there's like some videos online and people are like, oh, let me rephrase that. What people think I mean when I say I build in The Sims, and they'll show like a really basic house and they'll show like the most incredible creations ever, and it's true. I think people really do not comprehend how creative you have to be to do everything that this community does. I just think we're all amazing. Need to remind ourselves that, guys. Like, we're all really good at what we do. But yeah. I can't believe I talked for 20 minutes basically to myself currently. It's kind of also really daunting knowing that it'll be shown to quite a lot of people. But you know, we'll get used to it one day, hopefully. But now we are working on the little girl's room. So this home is for a well, obviously parents, a teenage boy, a child girl, a toddler girl, and an infant. Is there an infant? Possibly. I can't remember. Maybe not. No, I don't think so. We've got a teenage boy, a child girl, and a toddler girl, but I didn't include the toddler bed until the very end because I was like, well, I kind of want to put a slide outside, but then I need a little kid, so I added her at the end. But yeah, same with this house. I really like that it's a completely different floor plan. I know technically we need a bathtub for the toddler, but like when I was doing this part, I wasn't thinking that, so, you know, love to somehow fit in another bathroom. But all is well. We'll just leave it for now, but for next time, you know, there's always room for improvement, guys. So I am going to end the voiceover by here today, guys, so you can just listen to the rest of the video in peace. Just listen to the calm music without me rambling on in the background. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll be back tomorrow with probably a townhouse build. I'm probably just gonna go build crazy tonight. But we shall see. We'll see what we come up with. It might be an apartment, might be townhouses, who knows? Who knows what'll happen. I do have a rec centre build to go out as well, so that'll be exciting. It's massive, it looks gorgeous, like I want to just be there all the time. It was a custom build for someone else, so if you guys do have any custom build requests, make sure to DM me on Instagram at LauraAbbeyX. So yeah, that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed the end of the video. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already, or if you'd like to, no pressure at all. And I will be back tomorrow with another build. So yes, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you're all having a wonderful week, and I shall see you guys tomorrow. Thanks guys, bye. Run away with me. Do I really make you feel like you don't need anyone? Do I make you wanna run? Just be wild and free. Do I really make you feel like you don't need anyone else? Like you don't need anyone else? Because all I need is you. About you is the reason I can't spend one more day without you. Oh, so tell me, girl, 'cause I really